there's some smoke about him. An article came out. It came out during April Fools, and I thought this was a prank. But apparently, there's growing concern about him. This potentially could be a make or break year for him. Another report about, him changing plays when the OC is calling good plays and stuff. Just sounds like a lot of baloney, but it just sounds like he's not fucked with in Philadelphia. You think this is his final year with the Eagles?
No, I don't think this is his final year with the Eagles. And I'll also say something else just on that report about him changing plays and stuff. I think every great quarterback changes plays at the line of scrimmage. And I think the OC and head coach, when you are a great quarterback, especially a Super Bowl winning quarterback, you give your quarterback the leash to do that. Matt
Mhm.
Stafford does it, Mahomes does it, Josh Allen does it. Um, so I don't understand why it's a big deal if Jalen Hurts does it. So, but no, I don't think this is the last year with the Eagles. I think he'll be with the Eagles for a long time.
Yeah, and it just doesn't make sense. I mean, this is a guy my next question for you. How many teams do you think he would start on among the league? Now, maybe there's like 10 teams, or you got like the Bears, you got a starting franchise quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, Chiefs. You think about those other teams, but then there's probably like at least maybe 15 teams that would want to upgrade at quarterback. You know what I mean?
I think more than 15, maybe 20 teams.
Mhm.
It's really like the top 10 quarterbacks, like, and then maybe like a splashing like another two. Like, would the Titans take Jalen Hurts over what they got right now? Like,
It's an
why
interesting
why
question.
would
Yeah.
they? I mean,
Yeah.
Cam Ward hasn't done anything. I'd even argue like a team like the Packers would take Jalen Hurts on. I know that would be a good debate though. Like Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, would he like be good in that system? But um, yeah, I mean, 20 teams at least would welcome Jalen Hurts with open arms.
Yeah, this is a guy that won a Super Bowl, and people want to, give him flack for the Super Bowl. He got carried, all this stuff. In the biggest moments, Jalen Hurts made the play. Regardless, he's a good leader. He is somebody that can be a franchise quarterback. Just what he's been working with in Philly, a couple great rosters, but last season, coaching staff, you still have a poor OC. Your head coach is not the best. He's not good at one single thing. We don't know what Nick Sirianni's good at.
He good at
Um,
talking shit.
that's what I'm saying. But he ain't Dan Hurley, like a good coach. He's just has that mentality, that arrogance. Um, so I think it's a little more on. Some of these dudes look like they trying to save their ass in some of these articles about Jalen Hurts that I be seeing. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, but dude, look, Jalen Hurts he's got a Super Bowl, and how many quarterbacks in the NFL today can say that?
That's what I'm saying. Even if you
What,
put like,
two?
yeah,
Outside of him, is it just two? Three with Aaron Rodgers?
yeah,
Come on,
Aaron
man.
Rodgers, Mahomes, um,
And Stafford. That's
Stafford,
it.
yeah.
That's the list. That's the list.
There's some quarterbacks you might think that are better than Jalen
Carson
Hurts.
Wentz.
Yeah, there's some quarterbacks you think that are better than Jalen Hurts. You throw them on that Eagles team that won the Super Bowl, they still lose to Mahomes. You know what I
Easily.
mean? So yeah, I'm not gonna glaze and defend Jalen Hurts like he's better than Burrow, better than these other quarterbacks. When all right, he's a fringe top 10 quarterback, top 15 quarterback at worst, but he's still a guy, in my opinion. He's still somebody that could get the job done. So all the reports coming out about him, all the hate he's getting, I think it's crazy. Some people thought the NFC North was going to be the worst division in football this season. They thought it was going to be as bad as the NFC South.